Yeah, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to the most unusual people with the rarest mutation. Yeah, we're back with more reactions. It's been a whole week. I posted a video before this, but I'm assuming not everyone would have watched that. I've got COVID, but I had COVID bad over the past week pretty much, and yeah, that's pretty much why I haven't been posting, but we're back. If you want to see more of an explanation, that previous video that I've just posted will explain it more, but we're going to get into this. We've got a few more reactions today, some more Patreon videos, links in the description if you want that. And let's just jump into this, man.
Did you know that there are mutations among us? I guess it does sound a little creepy when you put it like that, but the truth is that genetic mutations are very much a reality that many people live with throughout their lives. Today we'll be looking at the most unusual people with rarest human mutations. Better stay tuned for number one, because that might be just the weirdest thing you've seen in a while. Parasitic twin.
Wait, so this is actually real? Like someone's got, you can have a head on the back of... What? That, I thought that was just literally like a fable, not a fable sort of story, but like just a made up sort of thing. I guess not.
When you think of parasites, what's the first thing to come to mind? Probably some creepy microscopic hellraisers, and certainly not a sibling, although there are probably some of you who would argue with that. Am I right? This genetic mutation, known as parasitic twin, means that the head of an undeveloped twin is attached to the head of a developed twin. Parasitic twin is able to smile, blink, and even cry. Seriously, how creepy is that? Edward Mordache was famous for this defect. He lived to 23 years of age before committing suicide. He claimed that his parasitic twin, get this, wouldn't stop whispering to him at night. I don't know how true this story actually is, but it's certainly creepy as hell.
Flipping hell, man.
Polycephaly.
I know these girls.
It's hard to imagine sharing a body with another.
I say these girls would I don't want to come across as like, I don't know, being like nasty or whatever, but you'd refer to these as two people, right? I don't actually know how you'd refer to a conjoined twin. Would you refer to them as, I guess, yeah, I guess so. I don't even know. This might be such a stupid question.
However, people with polycephaly know exactly how it feels.
Because they are literally two completely different minds. Like, I think I remember watching these in a show before, but they're on the same body. But I guess you'd refer to them as one name and then the other name, right?
This is an incredibly rare genetic mutation, and it causes two heads. Yup, you heard that right. This is the case of Abigail and Brittany Hensel, famous 29-year-old conjoined twins from Minnesota. The pair share one body, but have separate hearts, stomachs, spines, lungs, and, you know, heads. They do, however, have one set of reproductive organs, so if they get pregnant, they would both be the mother.
Bro, that's so weird. So, like, when they have sex, like, can they have two different relationships? Or are they just with the same person? Bro, this must get so weird, man. Oh, my days. Oh, that's such a strange, like, that must be such a strange, well, it's probably normal to them, but just, from my perspective, such a strange thing to do.
Incredible, don't you think? MARFAN syndrome. If you like horror movies, you've probably stumbled upon actor Javier Botet a couple of times. In fact, I'm pretty sure you've also seen him in your nightmares. You see, this man was born with a rare condition called MARFAN syndrome, which gives him an incredibly long and thin arms and legs. He is also very flexible, which explains his ability to twist his body into the most unbelievable shapes.
Well, I want to see him do it. For God's sake.
To be born without a body part would be devastating enough. Now imagine it being a portion of your brain, skull, or scalp. Pretty horrifying thought, isn't it? Sadly, this genetic mutation is very much real. It's called ANENCEPHALY, and it occurs when the neural tube doesn't close during the early stages of embryonic development. In 2006, a baby was born in Nepal with this condition. Called the frog baby, this poor thing missed a significant portion of the brain and skull. The baby died within a few weeks, as it is the case with all other babies born with this terrible condition. Mermaid syndrome.
That's nuts, man.
You probably think mermaids only exist in fairy tales, but what if I told you that they can be a real-life thing? What do I mean? Well, there's this genetic mutation called sirenomelia, or mermaid syndrome. And it is a deformity that sees the person's legs fused together like a mermaid tail.
Wow.
The oldest known sufferer, Tiffany York, died aged 27 in 2009.
That's
Fish
nuts,
odor
man.
syndrome.
Fish.
Unlike the
Out of everything we've seen, this is probably the worst one. If you have a fish odor syndrome, you are done for. Oh god. Oh no. No matter what you do, you just smell a fish. That's just unlucky,
mutations
man.
on this list, this one doesn't cause any visible disability. However, just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it causes no trouble. This condition is officially called trimethylluminaria. I'm pretty sure I just butchered that name, so I'll just stick to its other name, the fish odor syndrome. And yes, it is just as bad as it sounds. This condition causes the sufferer to smell of rotting fish, rotting eggs, garbage, or urine. Ew. One sufferer, 38-year-old Kelly Fido White from the UK, actually smells so bad that she asked to work nights because her work colleagues complained of her smell. I can't even begin to imagine
Your
how
self-esteem.
Like. How about you?
That's
Proteus
so
syndrome.
unfortunate.
You've probably heard about Joseph Merrick, better known as the Elephant Man.
Oh, I have.
But did you know he was actually suffering from Proteus syndrome? This is a pretty rare genetic disease in which bones, skin, and other tissues are overgrown. It's actually caused by a mutation in a gene called AKT1, which controls cell growth. This gene causes horrifying disfigurations, leaving body parts to grow rapidly and asymmetrically. Progeria.
Jeez.
Progeria is a very rare condition that causes
that.
the child's body to age fast. In fact, sufferers are said to age about 8 times the normal rate, meaning that most children with progeria don't live past the age of 13 years old. Adelia Rose,
Adelia Rose, that's the one. She passed away recently, didn't she?
a famous YouTuber with over 2 million subscribers, suffers from progeria, and she doesn't let her condition affect her life. Pretty inspiring, don't you think? Tree Man Syndrome. Tree Man Syndrome is a rare genetic condition that is characterized by the formation of warts on the body that look like tree branches. Can you imagine that?
Bark.
Indonesian fisherman Dede Kazwara was suffering from this disease. It all began when the wound on his leg got infected.
Oh my
Not long
days,
after that, small warts sprouted out of it and eventually spread to his feet and hands. He had multiple surgeries in an attempt to get rid of these warts, but they just kept coming back. Dede Kazwara passed away in 2016 at the age of 42.
Flipping hell, man.
Werewolf Syndrome.
What?
Werewolf syndrome causes the human body to have an abnormal amount of hair growth all over the body.
What?
Scientists believe this is caused by mutation of Q22 band of chromosome 8, meaning that this may not be inherited through the genes.
This kind of sick,
Larry
though.
Gomez is
He kind of styling it out, to be fair.
believe this is caused by mutation of Q22 band of chromosome 8, meaning that this
This is quite a little cool look, man, but it must be so weird to deal with. It's so weird how it sort of stops. I guess it's because it's around your lips, right? Bro, that's such a wild, like, mutation, man.
may not be inherited through the genes. Larry Gomez is one of the people who suffer from this unusual disease. He's made his appearance his trademark, and he feels comfortable in his skin.
I'm not gonna lie, he styled it out. I'm not even gonna lie, because I mean, if that was on me, I'd be doomed. Tree Man sounds like he might be a superhero with his looks. The guy from the thumbnail is the real Fantastic Four thing. Anyway, wish he will feel better. The circumstances I'm coming from that. I don't even know what that's all about. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. This is something that I actually learned about. I mean, a few of these I knew. I mean, I know about Adelia Rose and the what's it called, the conjoined twins. But other than that, some wild mutations and some wild things that I've seen, man. Some really like people are so diverse. It's cool to see the differences, because I mean, sometimes people will be like sad about certain things about themselves, but then you realise you've got it easy than a lot of these people who deal with these certain conditions day to day. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this reaction. If you want more of this stuff, let me know in the comments. And yeah, until next time, like, subscribe, peace.